Hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We're going to have a few minutes here to see who's going to hop on. I know this is a random live at a random time, but that's how we're probably going to be doing things for a little while now, you guys. So whoever's meant to be here for this live will be here. We're going to be talking about the full moon in Sagittarius, which is happening as we speak. We are in the energy of it, and I apologize for not getting this video out sooner. However, it's things have been a little bit crazy lately, just kind of in survival mode a little bit as we're kind of moving through these last few weeks of my pregnancy. It's very much been touch and go, but I've been thinking about all of you, and I'm so happy to be able to connect with you today. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, Endor Ascension. Hello, Pippi. Yes. Oh, I missed you guys so much. I haven't been able to get on. I've gotten a couple videos out over the last few weeks, but I haven't been able to come on for a live. So I figured we would get two birds stoned at once. We'll talk about the moon. We'll connect with each other live. It'll be really beautiful. For those of you who are interested, we are going to be doing the full moon ceremony over Zoom tonight. If you guys would like to join that, the information on how to do so is in the description box below. It's not going to have the right moon on it, but the moon ceremony is always the same. Just send a donation of any amount. 2222 suggested, but it's whatever. It's not really about the number, right? To any of the links, donation links below with your contact info, and I'll send you the link for the Zoom tonight. Hello. Yes, it's so good to see you guys. So good. Oh yeah. Oh, the Saturn retrograde video, Pippi. That was a good one. The Saturn retrograde is going to be intense. It's really powerful. We're clearing out so much right now when it comes to these lower density timelines, our connection to that lower density energy. We're really cleaning house in a lot of powerful ways. 2022 has been a wild ride, I think, for a lot of us. Hello, Cookies Mama. Yeah, there was a lot in that video. There really was. I felt like that was a hello, Christina. I felt like that was an important video to get out. So I kind of prioritized that just because the energy of it feels there's so much there. And this full moon that we're experiencing tonight is also incredibly powerful. So I'm really looking forward to getting into the energies with you guys. Yep, absolutely, Shauna. Hello, my sister. Welcome. Yeah, cleaning house. It is that time. We're not taking any of this lower density energy, these lower density relationships. It's all got to go, right? We cannot bring that with us as we're continuing to accelerate in our ascension process. And you guys are my eyes and ears right now, because it's really hard for me to tell what's going on with all of the pregnancy symptoms and the hormones and everything that's happening. My read of the energies for like what I'm personally experiencing is a little bit skewed, I think, sometimes. So I really look forward to you guys sharing with me what your experience is as well as you're navigating these energies, and of course the ascension symptoms and everything that's happening. I know this week in particular, I have been especially exhausted. I don't know if you guys have been feeling that as well. It feels a bit excessive, and I've talked to a couple of people who have also been feeling that. And so I think that fatigue has definitely been a symptom that a lot of us have been experiencing this past week. I love you too, Nikki. It's great to see you. Under the weather. Yeah, there's a lot of reprogramming going on within our DNA right now. And I think a lot of us have been feeling that. And also, as I'm saying this, I'm feeling this energy of like illnesses and diseases that have been recorded in our cellular memory, kind of like purging from our being. And I know that this is something that happened to me when I received my first Reiki attunements. I had a really powerful experience of that. When you start to heal at a cellular level, it's like whatever illnesses have been encoded in your being come to the surface to release. And so I feel like that's something that's been happening for a lot of us recently, which is really interesting, which would definitely explain the feeling under the weather. Anyone who's had recurring health problems, things that maybe you hadn't experienced in a really long time that all of a sudden felt like they were coming back around. I fortunately was able to heal actually relatively quickly. As many of you know, I was ill a few weeks ago. It felt like the beginnings of bronchitis, which is something that I thought I had healed from my cellular memory when I got those first Reiki attunements. And so it was really interesting. It didn't fully commit though. It was like it started coming through and then my body was able to work through it a lot more quickly than I anticipated, especially with the pregnancy. Yeah, exactly, Pippi. Yeah, Christina agrees. Evelyn, I took 2 naps yesterday. Oh, yeah, I really wanted to come on here yesterday and do a live with you guys, and I just kept having to lay back down. So I was like, we'll get to it tomorrow. We will make this happen. Even if we don't get this video out until the full moon itself, we will at least get into these energies. But yeah, yesterday it just was not happening. It's been... I don't know, you guys. I love you. I appreciate you so much. You know, and it's always my goal to be 100% authentic and honest with you guys about where I'm at. And I got to tell you, pregnancy is not my bag of chips, especially not with all the energies we have going on. I have been struggling a lot, but I think about you guys all the time, even if I'm not on here with you. Pure exhaustion. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And sometimes we've just got to feel it. I was saying, I think before a bunch of people hopped on here, that I've essentially for the past couple weeks been more or less in survival mode, just kind of trying to make it through every day. And sometimes that's where we're at. And that is absolutely okay. But I'm feeling a bit of a buoyancy. Today's the first day in at least a week, maybe a couple weeks here where I feel pretty human. And I mean that in the good way, right? Like I feel like a human being today. So I'm really glad that I get to share this, this moment with all of you. So let's get into these energies a little bit. Sagittarius, full moon. This is happening at 23 degrees of Sag and Gemini, of course, respectively. We have the sun opposing the moon, the sun in Gemini, the moon in Sagittarius. And this 23 degrees is an Aquarian degree. So we have that Aquarius energy as well. And we're going to be talking about Uranus because Uranus is active in this moon. We have Jupiter, of course, the ruler of this moon being the ruler of Sagittarius at 5 degrees of Aries, 5 degrees. Yes, 5 degrees of Aries, which is a Leo degree. So there's a whole lot of fire going on with Jupiter right now. We have, of course, Mars in Aries, conjunct Chiron. We're going to talk about that energy. I'm here for it. I love it. Hello, beautiful Stacy. We're gonna talk about all of it, right? But it's that Aquarian flavor to this Sagittarius moon. And we have the moon being trined by Saturn and squared by Jupiter. And that Saturn, of course, as we were just talking about, in retrograde right now, really, like we said, kind of cleaning house, bringing up a lot to the surface, right? Really excavating is the word that I'm being called to use right now. So this moon is all about our ability to expand our perception and our perspective. Remember, when we're working with the Gemini-Sagittarius axis, we're working with the axis of knowledge and perception. All right. And we had a ton of eclipses last year in all along this Gemini-Sagittarius axis. We had the nodes. We had that North node in Gemini and that South node in Sagittarius last year. So there was a lot that we worked through around this degree point or this axis last year. So we may be feeling some of that come up again. It's definitely, once again, a deep clearing when it comes to those belief systems that are ready to be released, that are ready to be let go, right? That's part of that perspective. We're being asked to take and synthesize all of the knowledge, all of the information that the Gemini energy has had us gathering. And to really now, Sagittarius is about taking that knowledge or that information, right? Those facts, and synthesizing wisdom from that, gathering a higher meaning. And so during this full moon, we're being asked to see the higher perspective, the higher meaning behind the things that are happening in our lives behind the facts, behind the knowledge that we've accumulated. We're being asked to look at everything that we're experiencing from that higher vantage point and to really apply this higher wisdom to the situations in our lives. We're being asked to really expand our minds and expand our perception. We have Mercury today during this full moon, who has just re-entered Gemini after retrograding back into Taurus. Now Mercury is moving forward again, right? Is in that direct motion and has hit 0 degrees of Gemini. And as Mercury hits 0 degrees of Gemini, it is in a sextile to Jupiter, the ruler of this full moon, and a trine to Pluto. So there's a mind expansion energy right there, right? This is a powerful manifestation energy too. Our minds are incredibly potent and powerful always, but very much so in this energy. And so we really want to be utilizing that to the best of our ability. And we want to allow ourselves to expand. This is with that trine to Pluto. This is an empowering expansion that we're experiencing. And so we're being asked to look at things from that empowered perspective. We may notice where it is that we have been viewing things from a more disempowered perspective. There's a lot of healing of our masculine energy happening right now as we have Mars conjunct Chiron in the sign of Aries. All right, Chiron has been moving through Aries for quite a while now. In 2020, we had Mars, who had his retrograde in the sign of Aries, and he conjuncted Chiron in Aries multiple times when Chiron was at the beginning of Aries, in those first single-digit degrees, I believe it was, of Aries. And so once again, there's a check-in point there. How have we grown? How have we progressed as far as our empowerment goes? As far as any wounds around our self-confidence, around our masculine energy, around the ways that we step into and utilize that energy? We're really having a check-in here and a deeper level of healing. And we may feel very triggered as we're moving through this energy. So we want to pay attention to our triggers. And I'm getting the feeling that some people are going to notice things coming up that used to trigger you, that don't trigger you anymore, that show you where healing has occurred. Oh, thank you, Stacy. That's so sweet. Oh, and I missed you as well. You're wonderful. I love you. Thank you for that generous donation. Yeah, really enduring ascension, checking that perspective. Hello, Stanley, my brother. Welcome. 8 wands out with the 8 of wands with the magician. Pippi, that's exactly it. That's perfect. 8 of wands and the magician. That's the energy we're talking about here. That's that energy of how quickly our thoughts are manifesting, our intentions are manifesting under this energy. It really is. There's so much, like, your words have power. So remember that. All right. And, yeah, that's a big, with this Gemini, Sagittarius energy, communication, words, the way we use our words, it's very, very powerful and potent. I love you too, Tara. Welcome. So yeah, but like we said, we're checking back in on a lot of energies here. We're checking back in on this Chiron and Aries energy, right? This Mars and Aries energy. How have we evolved? How has the process of us stepping into our confidence and our empowerment evolved since the last time we worked with this energy? Right? How is our expression of our divine masculine energy evolved? We're checking back in on our belief systems, right? With this Gemini Sagittarius energy. 2020, was it 2020? 2021, yeah. Was all about this energy of our belief systems, and we're still working on those. It is still very important that we keep that in the forefront of our mind, that we understand that our belief systems are still needing to be shifted. There are still things that are wanting to come into focus for us. And there are still, because remember, our beliefs are what color our perception. And our perception is what creates our reality. And so we really want to be aware of these. And a good chunk of our belief systems are unconscious. This is the theta healing that I do. This is what we look into. We look into these belief systems. They're very, very deeply rooted. Some of these go back lifetimes. And as we are in that Saturn retrograde energy right now, we are absolutely looking at that past life energy. There's a lot of past life energies. If you guys didn't check out the Saturn RX video, check that out, because there's a lot that we're shifting through and moving through in terms of that as well. And I believe, is that where we talked about Let's see, Uranus squaring Saturn. I think I'm going to check in on my actual physical chart here, but I'm fairly certain I charted a few things over the past few days. So I want to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that during this, let's see, during this full moon is when we have Venus conjunct Uranus reactivating a square to Saturn, but I want to make sure that square to Saturn is happening and that wasn't somewhere else. Let's see. Just give me a second here to look this up, you guys. Trying to find Saturn. And you'll remember last year, another big energy that we encountered was these squares of Saturn and Uranus. They had 3 exact squares during 2021. Yeah, that energy has been reactivated. I'm not seeing it necessarily. It must have been somewhere else where I was thinking about that. 25 Aquarius. Yeah, that may have happened last week or something like that. That's not during this full moon. That was something else that I was remembering that I'd looked up recently, but we have had a recent reactivation of that energy as well. So the point of this is there's a lot of revisitation of energies that we're experiencing this month where we get to check in and see how much we've grown, see how much we've shifted, see how much we've changed. And this Sagittarius moon is still very much connected to those energies because it is this energy as we're expanding our perception and perspective, we're seeing from different viewpoints and vantage points. We're then being asked to take action around that. And that's what Saturn in his position to the moon, in this trining position to the moon during this full moon, is really asking us to do. He's asking us to take action. He's asking us to move forward. And it may not always be comfortable. Remember, Saturn retrograde is bringing up a lot of energies right now. So the inspired actions that we're being called to take are most likely going to push us outside of our comfort zone. All right. We have Uranus conjunct Venus and the North Node during this full moon as well, really pushing us to move forward along that unconventional path. To really, and that's where the energy of that Saturn square Uranus comes back into play, right? Because that was all about the energy of stepping outside of our comfort zone, right? That push and pull between the known and the unknown, right? Between the advancement and kind of the status quo. And so we're feeling that energy again, and that Venus, Uranus, North Node energy is saying that our future energies, right, the path of our dharma, where it is that we're going, our purpose, right, that magic word that we're all looking for all the time, always searching for, it is outside of our comfort zone. We're being asked to do something differently. This is especially in relation to those Venusian energies when it comes to love, when it comes to finances, when it comes to career. All right. We're being asked to do something different, and we're being asked to really acknowledge this shifting of our values, of our priorities that we felt going on since Uranus entered Taurus many years ago. So once again, a check-in point when it comes to that energy as well. Another thing I want to mention before we get sidetracked here is that we also have the moon in a square to Neptune. And so this is a really interesting energy, and it's indicating that during this full moon, there is something within our consciousness, within our subconscious, most likely, that's been nagging at us for quite some time. It's been trying to get our attention. And it's something that for many of us, we may have pushed back down. We may have ignored. It may have been something that we didn't necessarily want to address, right? It's kind of like the elephant in the room where we're like, just shut the door. You know, like we're not going to look at that right now. We haven't been wanting or willing to acknowledge the energy yet. And so that's really becoming more clear during this Sagittarius full moon. We're not going to be able to hide from the elephant in the room anymore. It's going to be staring us right in the face. And so as this is coming into our consciousness, we're being asked to acknowledge that. We're being asked to integrate that knowledge, and then we're being asked to do something about it. That's a big energy of this moon. This is not a moon. This is not an idle moon. Remember, this is Sagittarius is a fire sign, all right? Jupiter is in Aries. We got that Mars and Aries action right now. All right, we have fire, air, and earth energies, the most prevalent during this full moon. So this is not just the realization, right? It's also the action. It's how we move forward from here. This is a time as we move deeper into this ascension process. All right, where we don't get to just have realizations and then sit back on our laurels anymore. When we have that realization, when we have that epiphany, we're being called to act upon it. What action can I take as a result of this? And I'm wanting to pull some Moonology manifestation cards, actually, as we're talking about that. Yes, yeah. Help, yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. All those stories, toss all those old stories out the window, right? Clear. Yeah, we're outgrowing, right, Tara? We're outgrowing all those old storylines. The twin flame, the narcissist, the empath. We're moving beyond all of those energies now. Those are all the old templates and paradigms and storylines that we're releasing. We're releasing our attachments to those energies. New relationship out of the comfort zone. Yes, this is definitely a time for that. This is definitely a time where people are being drawn into our reality who are here to help our souls evolve. Whatever that next evolution of our soul energy looks like. And it feels like new people to me. For a lot of people, it's not the same old tired, the same, and pardon my French here, but it's not like the same old tired ass relationship that you've been running around in circles with for years. This is like new energy, new soul contracts, and new souls that are here to help us grow in new ways. That's what I'm really feeling with this Uranus conjunct Venus energy here. Hello, Bree. I mean, he stays in your storyline for as long as you let him, though, right? All right, first card out. First quarter moon in Cancer. Push through any insecurity. All right, as we're working with that Mars conjunct Chiron energy, this is some of the energies that we're working with. We're noticing where those insecurities still show up for us. And think about this energy, this first quarter moon in Cancer. To me, this is signifying the first part, the first deacon, if you will, of the journey through the sign of Cancer. So I'm feeling for a lot of people, what the moon is shedding light on for you is where your insecurities are rooted in this need for comfort, in this need for, remember, Cancer is the mother, it's the nurturing energy. So where it was that you lacked nurturing, and you're still trying to make up for that by getting that nurturing. But it's like what we're needing to realize is that it's not about looking for that nurturing from the outside. And it's not about giving that nurturing to others either. It's about finding that within. It's about nurturing ourselves, giving that to ourselves. The journey of the Cancer Capricorn axis is all about reparenting the self-parenting, right? Learning how to fulfill our own needs, learning how to not look outside to others for the fulfillment of those needs. And even if we are the person who is nurturing somebody else, that's still looking outside of ourselves, because that person, even if we are the nurturer and we're not necessarily asking for nurturing, but we're giving that nurture, we're being the nurturer to excess, we're still looking outside of ourselves. Right? We're still projecting our energy outside. And so this is some of what we're realizing here, right? When it comes to that nurturing energy, when it comes to learning how to parent ourselves, when it comes to our need for security, for safety, right? Does this insecurity lie? Where did this feeling of not being good enough, or needing to prove ourselves in order to be loved, where did that come from? right? These are some of the questions that we're asking ourselves as we move through this full moon. So we're being asked to find that strength, to find that love within. I love you too, Tara. Hello, McKenna. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, we have the same birthday. Oh, that's great, Indoor Ascension. Or who has the same birthday? Let's see what else wants to come out here. But it's like we're being asked to move through, to release, to let go of those insecurities and to stop allowing those to govern us, to stop allowing those securities to drive our actions, to drive our interactions with others, right? To drive our motivations and our intentions. Then we have the new moon in Leo. Shine. I love it. All right, so we got this beautiful energy right here. And as we talked about, Jupiter, the ruler of this moon, is at 5 degrees of Aries, which is a Leo degree. All right, so we have that beautiful Leo energy as well. And so it's like, with these two cards together, where is it that we have felt so insecure about ourselves that we've been unwilling or unable to let ourselves shine? I feel like there are some people watching this as well, where it's like your mode of operation in this lifetime has been to help other people shine. And you've noticed it's like you have this quality about you that really helps, really does that for other people. But the thing that you're not seeing and recognizing is that the reason that you are so good at helping other people shine is because you shine so brilliantly yourself. It's almost like the reflection of that, of your own energy, right? That is assisting them in shining more brilliantly. And so now it's like, are you able to really gather the confidence within yourself to allow yourself to shine the way that you allow other people to? Right? And to see that within yourself. There's this whole new energy that's wanting to be birthed and born here, right? This is a new moon in Leo card, right? Look at all the sunflowers, all the new beginnings. I just saw all of these sunflowers on this card. Like all of us beautiful souls, right? These are all the souls who are blossoming fresh and new and beginning a brand new journey. All right. I love that. That is really, really beautiful. That is one of the most important things that we can do right now as way showers in this ascension process, is allow ourselves to shine and allow each other to shine and build each other up instead of knocking each other down. One thing that's really interesting about sunflowers that I read once, and I mean, I read it on a meme on social media, so who knows, but it felt true to me. And I really liked the sentiment of it, was that sunflowers, if there is not enough sunlight, will actually turn toward each other and share their light with each other in order to sustain each other through a period of where there's less sunlight for them to utilize. So that metaphor, right, where we're not only shining independently, but we're turning towards each other. And just like what I was talking about, right, that energy of people shine greater when they're in your presence because of your shine. We are sharing our brilliance with each other. And that's what's allowing us to flourish. That's what's allowing us to grow. And that's what's allowing this field to multiply. What's more beautiful and brilliant than one sunflower? 2 sunflowers. What's more beautiful and brilliant than that? 2 million sunflowers. All right. I love it. Hello, Christina. Hello, luminescent empath. Let's see. Want to make sure I'm catching everyone here. Yeah, sharing each other's light. Exactly. But we're doing it. The motivation is what's most important here. We're doing it not out of a need or an insecurity, but out of a general desire to see each other do better. There's a quote here that's wanting to come into my mind, but it's not fully formed yet. Oh, I'll share it later. I have it actually as a meme on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, it's the Spiritual Alchemist 333. But because the exact quote's not going to come to me right now, but it's important as far as this energy goes, and the energy that I'm trying to describe here, and the motivation and the intention behind what we do. That's so important, and this is what's becoming so clear during this full moon to many of us. What is my true motivation and intention? All right, where is that rooted? Is that rooted in fear and insecurity, or is that rooted in love? Right? Let's see. Singing is song and music is very healing. Hello, Eve. Welcome. Anything else before we go to the tarot? There we go. I love it. First quarter moon in Sagittarius. Believe in your good luck. All right. There is that energy of belief. Jupiter, who is the ruler, like we said, of this full moon, rules faith, rules belief, rules luck and expansion, right? And so there is so much expansion, but we have to believe it's possible. We have to believe that all possibilities are possible. We have to have that faith and that courage in ourselves. This full moon is really asking us to step it up when it comes to our faith in ourselves. All right. Yes, faith in the spiritual, faith in the unknown, faith in each other, but above all else, faith in ourselves. This is absolutely imperative. There was a really powerful message last year, I think it was, that came. I actually had a channeling that came through from Source. It was really, really powerful. And essentially what Source said was that we are all a part of that one energy. All right. And Source said, because you are a part of me, if you don't believe in you, you don't believe in me. And that was really profound, the way that message came through, right? If we believe in Source, if we believe in Creator, if we believe in this energy, right? This energy guiding, this stewarding, this ascension process, this energy from which all of us came. If we understand that we are a manifestation of that one energy, in order to believe in that energy, we must believe in ourselves and vice versa. All right. It all starts with believing in yourself, with honoring yourself. And I think a lot of people get this mixed up. We get this twisted in the spiritual community sometimes because we're all taught that our ego is our enemy, which is not true, by the way. Our ego, we can work with in concert in a productive manner. It's all about how we work with that energy, right? But when we hear that, a lot of people confuse that energy and they think that feeling good about themselves, feeling empowered is like an ego energy in a negative way. And having pride in ourselves, right? People think that people confuse having pride in ourselves with being egocentric or being full of ourselves. All right. And that is not the case at all. We need to build ourselves up. You are special. You are brilliant. You are important. You are a fucking star. Okay. Exactly, Tara. That little emoticon right there, that says it all. That's what it is. It is so important for us to celebrate ourselves, right? Let yourself shine. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate others. Celebrate this existence. All right. And as you step into that energy, this is very Three of Cups type energy. As you step into that energy of celebration, everything else flows. You have to. Spirit is saying you are creating your reality with every word you speak, with every thought you think. So what are you creating? What are you creating? Do you believe in your good luck? Do you believe? I want to take it a step further because luck is chance, right? We're going beyond luck. We are certain that good things are manifesting for us, right? It's not luck. It's not random. It's because of the mentality that we choose to cultivate. It's because of the way that we choose to speak. the way that we choose to see the world, the perspective we choose to own and identify with. That is what is creating that good luck, right? It's not luck at all. And this is what Jupiter and Jupiterian energy truly understands. Jupiter says, my success is assured because of my mentality, because of my heart. That's the energy that we're needing to step into, that this moon is asking us to step into, to really own that, right? And to know and understand that when we cultivate this attitude, not only of gratitude, but this attitude of success, everything else must fall into place. Everything must align with that energy. All right. And then we have on the bottom of the deck here, first quarter. There's a lot of first quarter moons out with this spread here. We got the first quarter moon in Pisces now. Honor your feelings. And so there's a lot of we have the new moon, and then we have 3 first quarter moons. So there's a lot of newness and freshness, even though this is a full moon, a harvest moon, right? And a super moon. There's the super strawberry moon, I think it is. There's a lot of newness. We're really beginning. We're at the beginning of a new phase of our journey right now. We're being asked to see ourselves as shiny and new, and to allow ourselves to cut ourselves some slack for being new, right? When you're doing something new, you're not going to be perfect at it, right? It requires practice. And so like we're being asked to stop being so hard on ourselves, to cut ourselves some slack, and to really allow ourselves, if we feel like we've been stuck in a situation, to know that we can revamp that journey at any time. We can start. It's like we can turn the page anytime we want. I feel like some people, hello, beautiful Jamie. I feel like some people have been, it's kind of like, we'll use the book analogy. You've been reading a book, but we've been reading the same page over and over again. For some of us for years, but for a really long time. And it's time to just turn the page, right? Even if you're not sure, even if you've been rereading that same page over and over because you wanted to make sure that you had memorized every little piece of information, it's time to let it go, and it's time to just trust that you got that shit. You've absorbed all that you need to know, and it's time to move on. It's safe to move on. And it's safe really during this time to honor your feelings. We are going to have feelings coming to the surface with these realizations, right? There are going to be powerful feelings and emotions, and allow yourself to feel those. Remember, during that eclipse season with that Scorpio energy, allow the feelings to wash over you in waves. Don't try to deny them. This full moon is about cleansing and clearing our perspective anywhere where we've been trying to deny something, right? It's time to release that denial. It's time to let go of that denial and expand. As we expand our perspective, we expand into more of ourselves. Think for you, the old you guides the new you. That's interesting, Eve. I like that, like the wisdom, right? Like a babysitter. No more research, move. Exactly, Tara. Exactly. Yep. Turn the page, Christina. Yep. Hello, Heather Marie. Welcome, beautiful. Yes. All right. What do we want to do here? All right. I really do want to pull some tarot, but I want to pull an Astro Star Codes card first. So we'll get one of these. Then we'll get into the tarot here. We're going to use the Thoth Tarot today, I think. Clear. All right. Yes. Hey, let those tears flow. If they need to flow, let them flow. And then I love underneath that, we have first quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being, just like we just talked about, right? That was that energy that someone brought up. I think it was Pippi, right? The 8 of Wands with the Magician. I speak my world into being. We say that all the time. I love that there's a card like that in that. That was the Moonology Manifestation Oracle, by the way, that we were just using. Let's get some more energy for this full moon. All right. Transits, climate, card 55. So this card's all about change, right? As the planets transit, as they move through the zodiac wheel, as they interact with our natal planets, as they interact with each other, This creates the astrological, the energetic climate that we are learning to grow and evolve in. All right. There's a lot of changes coming through for a lot of people. It was really interesting. Last night I was visited by a moth. And it was very, very clear. Like, typically when you have moths in your house, you know, they're fluttering all over the place. But this one, I walked into my bathroom to get ready for bed and it was just sitting on the mirror. I got really close to it too. It was really beautiful. And it didn't move at all. It didn't react to me. There was very little light in the bathroom, so it wasn't drawn to the light. And it felt very much like it was there as a messenger for me. And so I looked up the energies of the moth, which is very similar to the butterfly. But it really speaks of that energy of death and then creation. Right? That transformation energy, the shadow, the belief systems, right? Digging into all of that. Finding the light within, connecting to the light within. Kind of like what we were talking about earlier with the shine, right? I don't seek the light without, I seek the light within. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm meant to find. And this too shall pass, which was a powerful message for me at this time. As I shared with you guys earlier, I've been struggling a lot, really throughout this entire pregnancy, but especially here toward the end. And it was just that energy of like whatever you're going through right now. And I want to share this because I know that there's a lot of people who are also going through very trying times right now. Times that are evolving us, right? They are transforming us, but it's not necessarily a graceful process, right? But it's like whatever we're going through, it's going to be worth it for what comes out in the end. All right? That transformation, it's like what I'm thinking of right now is like none of us know exactly what it feels like to be in that cocoon. Is it a pleasant process? Maybe. Is it? Maybe it's not. You know, maybe it is I don't want to say a terrifying process, but maybe it is, right? Maybe when the caterpillar or the moth is in that cocoon, that's when they're doing that shadow work, right? That's where they're diving into their own unconscious. That's when they're being shown those mirrors, right? That is when the metamorphosis is taking place. We see the end result is that beautiful butterfly, but that doesn't mean that what happens in between is always comfortable. Right? Regardless of what that experience is like, I guarantee it's not comfortable. Changing from the worm to the butterfly or the moth. Yeah. Exactly. Without dark, there is no light. It's all beautiful. It's all that balance. Yeah. But there's a lot of change. There's a lot that is unknown in this current climate that we are navigating, right? But it's all for our betterment. It's all for our greater good. Okay. What do we have that just came out here? We have the Leo card again. And this card also says shine. All right. You can't make this up, you guys. This energy is so prevalent. This message, our need to, and this is a 5 card. Right, which makes sense. You know, we said 5 degrees is a Leo degree. We got 5, 5, and 5. So 5, 5, 5 here, you guys. Tons of shifts and changes. Know that whatever is happening, this is a powerful, powerful reminder to each and every single one of us that whatever it is that we're going through in our reality right now, the ultimate result, the reason for it is so that we are able to shine much more brightly. Far more brightly than ever before. All right. And this lion here looks fierce, right? There's no fear in those eyes. So we are being asked to be fierce, to be ruthless if need be, and not ruthless in a low vibrational way, though, right? In a high vibrational way, if you guys know what I mean. Yep. Exactly. I love that. I fucking love that. I also feel like pay attention to the transits in your own chart surrounding this Leo energy right now. Yeah. There's a lot of shifts and changes going on for people who have powerful placements in Leo or the fire signs in general. Yeah, something about Leo season maybe too. As we step into Leo season, which will be happening not too shortly from now, right? Yeah. There's shifts and changes that are underway right now that we're really going to see manifesting in Leo season. And so pay attention to that part of your natal chart. Nice. Yeah. I love my Leo brothers and sisters. My biological sister is a Leo. My mother's a Leo moon. Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising with a Leo moon. Yeah, that's my mama. All right. We have Uranus coming out with the first house, change and arrival. All right. So there's, if we did not have any more powerful indicators, right? We got all the 5 energies here. We have the actual change card coming out. All right. There are serious shifts and changes underway. Whatever is going on right now throughout this year of 2020, Lionsgate, yes, Tara. Throughout this year of 2020, the shifts and changes that are happening within each and every single one of us are astronomical. We will never be the same. We will never be the same. All right. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing. All right. We are stepping into a whole new territory, you guys. And yes, it is scary. Yes, it is at sometimes intimidating, but we have got this. All right. Like the outcome of all of this energy is so beautiful and so brilliant. So just stay focused on that knowledge that we talked about, right? That knowledge that Jupiter brings through. Your success is assured. All right. Cookie. Oh, I don't know what to tell you, man. Well, Cookie, it's just, if he's a Leo, stop giving him attention. Eventually he will not be able to handle that energy anymore if you don't feed into it. Yeah, no, there is no coming back. This Lionsgate, that is definitely a video that I will get pre-recorded for you guys, since I will be I don't know where I'm going to be, as far as I'm probably going to be delivering that first week of July here, it's looking like. And so I don't know, maybe by 8/8 I will be back, but I'm definitely going to get something pre-done just in case I'm not, because that Lionsgate portal is going to be huge. I absolutely agree. I feel like this is confirmation for us right there. Change is arriving. Change is arriving. And I feel, remember, Uranus is a collective energy. All right. And something about this energy, we see the world being held in the antlers here. This is a collective change that's arriving. And so as we move through Leo season and this Lionsgate portal, right? I really feel there's some powerful changes on a collective level taking place as well. Some shift and change that we have been waiting for is arriving. And I just heard we are arriving. And so there's definitely that energy of us coming home to ourselves, of us, just that energy of really coming forward, right? Our new and most authentic selves arriving. But there's a shift, there's a major change. A major up-leveling in terms of the vibration of this planet. It really feels like. I mean, you guys have seen, we've talked about the great solar flash. We've talked about how that energy gets blown out of proportion, right? So I'm not going to say something like that. But like something big like that, it feels like. The I am knowing, I love that, Stacy. Yeah. Some major shift. And we may see it reflected in an outer event. This could be where we really learn how to harness some of this energy, this incoming energy, right? Where some sort of social justice occurs, some sort of truth comes. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, but there's a big change that is arriving. There's a big shift that is arriving in our lives. Yeah. In our collective reality, something is palpably shifting and changing. That's what's coming through right now. Any final cards before we move to the tarot? Second house, resources. Okay, there we go. And midheaven, pinnacle on the bottom of the deck. All right. So resources, for some people, there is abundance arriving. A change in financial status. A change in the resources coming through that we need in order to continue to move forward and progress. There's a maturity here, right? From the first house to the second house. From awareness to action. That's a lot of the energy of this full moon, right? From awareness to action. The arrival of the resources, the physical material, right? Second house is all about the material world. This is the Taurus house. Physical material change. Things coming through and materializing in the physical. All right? Things that we've been talking about for a long time finally starting to come through. And I don't know what that's going to look like, right? But ultimately, it is for our gain. All right, let's get into the Thoth Tarot here. I really want to play with this today. This is a really cool deck. Let's get some more energy and information. Clear. 4. I wanted to say this new moon in Pisces. That's weird. This full moon in Sagittarius. Hello, Robin. Our creators will arrive. Something's arriving, and there are resources in abundance. There is something materially manifesting, kind of being plucked out of the ethers. And it is interesting. There's a big apple, right? And we've also got the arrow, which is reminiscent of Sagittarius energy on this card. So that's really interesting. Whatever it is, these changes are being created and manifested right now during this Sagittarius full moon. And they're going to arrive in Leo season. Perhaps this is the Christ consciousness energy, right? The return of Christ through his consciousness. I say abundance for us all too, Stacy. Absolutely. Let's see. Tell us more about this Sagittarius full moon. What can we expect? What's going on here? Okay. Ooh, yeah, baby. First card out is the Empress. All right. So there is those new beginnings, that creation energy, that abundance. Okay. Then we have the 3 of discs coming out with the Princess of Wands. So this is that working together. This card is called Works in the Thoth Tarot. So this is like coming together to bring our passions to life. Mars and Capricorn energy there. This is people uniting and coming together, pooling their efforts to create and manifest abundance. And I love it too. We have the tiger on this Princess of Wands card, and we are in the year of the tiger, right? The water tiger, I believe. Arrival of protection. Sure. Got the Two of Swords, peace. We have 2 3 cards here, right? The Empress and the 3 of Pentacles. This is what we've been working towards, right? Coming together to work toward and foster peace. Victory, right? This midheaven card is reminding me of the 6 of Wands. And then we do have opposition underneath that with Pluto rebirth. All right. So there is this powerful transformation that may come through conflict, right? This energy may not be smooth sailing the whole way. There may be conflict that arises, and from this conflict then comes this peace. As we work, as we are forced to come together, to work together. But the ultimate result is victory. The ultimate result is transformation. Got the death. Look what's on the bottom of the deck, as I said that. Death, transformation, right? Scorpio energy. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. I love that, Cookies Mama. Hello, beautiful Sophie. An arsenal of protection. I like that, Eve. All right. These cards are all face down, so we're not pulling those. But I do like how the Emperor was the only one of those cards that fell right side up. So we got the Empress and the Emperor here. All right, we have counterparts. This is us really uniting with counterparts, right? Uniting our own masculine and feminine energies. Finding a way for those energies to work together, to work in concert in order to facilitate peace. This is the oppositions within ourselves coming into balance, coming into harmony. Finding a way to work together. Noticing and becoming aware, finally, of how it is that our energies have been working at odds with each other so that we're able to bring them into harmony and balance. And that brings about peace. It's like we get this huge revelation between now and this Lionsgate energy, right? Where we realize the way these energies have been warring within us. And as we heal the war within ourselves, remember, as within, so without. That heals the war in the outer world at large. Got the five of Wands, strife, okay? This is the energy that we're talking about. Being at war with ourselves, being at war with each other. Ooh, then we got the Lovers coming out. And there's that beautiful divine union energy. As we unify, this unification that heals this strife. As we're able to come together, we're able to unite. We're able to see beyond our differences. It's like we're able to see and understand finally where we're weak in one area, we can find strength and take strength from another. Hello, Chalet or Chally. Yeah, so this is healing in not only our inner relationship with ourselves, but our healing in outer relationships as well. Because once again, we realize When I heal the internal battle, I no longer need to manifest that outside of me in my relationships, right? We're no longer seeing that energy play out. This extends, so we see it extending into our immediate relationships, and then we see it extending into the world at large. That's what we're doing. And how do we, Robin? How do we rid this world, planet of evil? We start right here. Evil being, of course, a relative term. Yeah, then we have strength coming out with the Prince of Wands. All right, the Prince and the Princess of Wands coming out in this reading. The Empress and the Emperor. All right, a lot of counterpart action coming out here. All right, and there's a Lion on this card too. Reinforcements, that's what I'm feeling. Reinforcements are coming. But remember, it all starts here. As we unify this internal energy, we see this unity and this unification. It spreads like it's like wildfire. Yeah, there's just such a powerful healing of our masculine energy. Right? And we talked about this with the Chiron Aries conjunction. Always such a powerful healing of that energy. Because we talk a lot about healing the divine feminine, right? The rise of the divine feminine. But the part that gets overlooked is the importance of the healing of the divine masculine as well. Right? Because both of these energies are so incredibly important. The balance of these energies, neither one, we need both. All right, working in concert together. And that's what we're learning how to do. Work with our own masculine and feminine energies in concert and work with each other's energies in concert. All right. Yeah, there's this, there's a lot going on in the world in general right now, right? If we look at these masculine and feminine energies, at the ways that they're, we just see so much controversy around these energies and the labeling of these energies and what these energies mean. And I think that and the rise of interest in that really makes a lot of sense right now as we're working with these energies and our understanding of these energies within ourselves. And anyone who hasn't yet, who's on here, go ahead and hit that like button so that we can get these messages out to as many people as possible. But ultimately, it's not the focus on one or the other, right? It's the blending of these energies, right? It's where we are neither masculine nor feminine. We are both, we are everything, we are all at once. There sometimes becomes an over-identification with these energies. And that's just part of the process as we move forward towards, I guess you might even say, more of like an androgynous kind of an energy. I don't know. That was just kind of like a weird little aside or tangent there, I guess. Hello, Joe Ra. Moon is in the last 2 hours of Sag right now. Very nice. Yeah, we're at that anoretic degree right now, that 29 degrees. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's powerful, Monty. It's a big shift, a big powerful shift of energy for you. You're in it. This is your moon. This is your moon. Yeah. Thank you, Endor Ascension. All right. So powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. This is that energy where it's like we realize, yeah, we've got defeat here. we realize that what we've been fighting, it's like we realize that where it is that we've been fighting so long and so hard for something or against something, that we've actually just been it's like we realize that we've just been creating more of that energy. It's been doing the opposite of what we wanted to do. Then we got truths coming out. And so this is where the healing begins, right? When we realize that what we resist persists, that the harder we fight something, the more power we actually give it. Or where we've been fighting a battle, like where our perspective was showing us a battle needed to be fought. And now we're realizing that it really wasn't our battle to fight all along. Or there really is nobody to fight. That's what it comes down to. We're realizing there is nobody to fight. The only person we're ever fighting is the person in the mirror. And as soon as we realize that, as soon as we have that realization, that's when the battle ends. High priestess, right? There's that higher intuition, that higher insight. That's when the truth is revealed, right? She is the keeper of the secrets. And we come into this balanced place, right? This is the place where our mind is working for us, not against us. For some people, it's like that's what we're realizing. The battle was against the person in the mirror. It was against our own minds. All right, everything else was just a manifestation of that energy playing itself out. We come to this place of peace within ourselves, right? This place of complete understanding. And from that place, we are then called to act. We are then in this, like this card to me, I don't know how many of you have ever done it, like ayahuasca or DMT. Has a very DMT kind of feel to it, doesn't it? We fully understand our true power from this place of mental balance, from this place of science, right? From this place of deeper insight. And then the way forward is clear, right? There's no more confusion about how to move forward and what to do. Yeah, Queen of Swords. We know exactly what to do. We know exactly where to go. And then we got that 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, you guys. That is the jackpot. That is hitting the jackpot right there. And there we go. There's that Magician card with the 2 of Pentacles, which in this deck represents change. That's when we're able to shift our reality. And when I mean our reality, I don't just mean your personal reality or your personal reality. I mean our collective reality. Powerful stuff, you guys. All right, let's see. What do we want to close with today? Ooh, it's a tough call. I want to close with an Isis Oracle card for you guys today. Third eye is now activated. Beautiful. Clear. Yes, so many of us, we are all activating. It's powerful, powerful stuff. Oh, thank you, Sophie. Hello, Wolf Mother. Love you so much. So much love and so many blessings to you. Ooh, these cards are getting hard to shuffle, you guys. I have a really severe carpal tunnel from my pregnancy right now. So it's yeah. Well, we're doing it. We're getting a closing card here. All right, what do we have? Oh, I love it. So on the bottom of the deck, we have truths unveiled, the revelation of Isis. So there's those truths, those revelations, those deeper understandings coming through where the high priestess reveals her hand. What was hidden is now revealed. All right. Then we have the temple of lapis lazuli coming out with enter the chamber of healing. So a lot of very ritualistic energy coming through, a lot of initiation energy, activation energy, right? The goddess of the ancient skies is all about us connecting with our galactic heritage. So our galactic brothers and sisters coming through to provide us healing, I feel like. And this definitely, funny, we're talking about, Tara, that third eye activation, right? Definitely feeling that energy with this. But there's something deep within us. This truth that's revealed to us, these truths that are unveiled, even if they are painful to swallow in the moment, they are really healing. If we are able to accept the truths that we're being shown and to move forward from that point of knowledge, there's incredible healing that can happen. It's like, what is that phrase, right, that they like to say? The truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off, or something like that. So it may be painful for some, but ultimately it's healing. Whatever these realizations, whatever these truths. So allow yourself to come into acceptance of that truth. All right, whatever it is. I want to try to find. Do not hide from the truth, from what is being revealed, from what is being shown to you. Let's see. Solutions coming in. The Chamber of Healing is also about solutions, great changes. This oracle comes to you as a messenger. Prepare for great changes because they are on their way now. When the Divine Lady Isis offers you a healing gift of magic, it is something to accept as a gift of unconditional love with open arms. It will be offered without agenda, for the only intent being for your highest good and spiritual growth. It will not necessarily, and this is important, I think, it will not necessarily look or feel how you expected, but you will realize in the unfoldment of the process or circumstance that it was a spiritual healing gift from the divine, even though you may not have immediately recognized it as such at the time. And that's what we're talking about. That's the truth. That's this understanding that comes through. And this is a truth. It may be an epiphany that comes to us on our own. It may be a truth that's spoken to us by somebody else. All right, that we need to internalize, that we need to really take into account, even if it hurts, because it's helping us to grow and expand. Hello, Lainey. All right. You will be able to recognize the healing by the experience of it and its effect, even before the complete resolution of the issue at hand. The experience will be that the issue is somehow lifted from you. And the effect will be that the issue seems genuinely out of your control and yet not out of control. This is the way that the gift of healing can come to you. Time and sacred space to contemplate and reflect is extremely helpful to receive divine intervention as consciously, swiftly, and fully as possible. Sacred space can be a physical place that allows you to put your day-to-day activities and thoughts to one side and instead indulge in being just as you are in that moment. It may be a place in nature, your meditation place or healing room, or a sanctuary that you have where you can be alone for a time, or even a meditation group or healing circle. Sacred space allows you to simply be, to not have to think, sort things out, or analyze, but to open, rest, allow inspiration or guidance to come as and when it chooses, and to allow for the mysteries of healing to occur. So really taking time to carve out that sacred space during this moon, during this full moon. It is important when entering sacred space that we do not set an agenda or have specific expectations. This is really important, right? This whole energy of not having expectations is so important right now because things are not happening and manifesting the way that we expect. And if we have a certain expectation of what we want or how that's supposed to come about, we're not going to recognize the gift when it arrives. We do not have to think anything more than, I dedicate this space to the divine within. When not attempting to find solutions, but actually actively letting go mentally and emotionally and allowing ourselves to go into a peaceful state, relaxed but not numb, we can often have guidance, inspiration, clarity, and deep knowing drop into our awareness. We don't need to actively seek these things. They can just happen when we create open space. Healing happens most powerfully when there is space, openness, and allowing. We let go for healing to flow. Time and sacred space will help you receive the inner adjustments that you need for the healing magic of the Lady Isis to be able to reach you with bold fullness and genius. All right. And this reminds me of a quote that I heard once. It said something like, it was something to the effect of, once you begin to analyze an emotion, it seeks becoming an emotion and becomes a thought. That's like the same with our healing journey. There are people, and you've been really desiring healing in some area of your life, but you're trying to think your way through it. Think your way into being healed. You can't think your way into being healed. You have to feel your way into being healed. You have to allow that healing to take place. So this is where we're being asked to suspend our thought, to sink fully into our feeling, to sink fully into that open, empty, receptive space, to really create that for ourselves, because there is profound healing that wants to come through. And yes, it may come through the form of an uncomfortable truth. So if our healing during this full moon comes through the form of an uncomfortable truth, sit with that truth, but don't analyze it. Simply sit with it. Create that open space and that intention for healing. All right? Call on your star brothers and sisters. That's what the Temple of Lapis Lazuli is all about. I don't think I'm going to read that for you guys. I don't think I need to. I'll take a quick look at it. Your soul is very ancient, beloved, and does not only herald from the earth. It holds much special wisdom of star peoples from civilizations far and near, with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a civilization based on fear to a love-based culture. You are guided to come into deeper acceptance of your own inner knowing now. So this is connecting not only with your galactic heritage, but with your own deeper intuition and knowing, which once again comes from sinking into creating that sacred space, right? And trusting the internal guidance that comes through. Trusting what comes through in the chamber of healing. All right, and under that we have the Chariot of Ascension, the Merkaba, spiritual work of the higher initiate. We are being initiated into a higher level of wisdom and healing right now. If we are willing and ready to confront truth, to open our hearts to truth, to embrace truth, and move forward from there with courage, with confidence. Past life, present power. Popped out as I was shuffling. It's all about integrating, right? All the different versions and facets of who we are. All right, you guys. I love you. You're incredible. I'm so glad that we got to experience this live together. Andromeda, Arcturus, and Pleiadian. I love it, Wolf Mother. That's beautiful. Yep, flow, not control. Exactly, Stanley. Listen, but do not react, McKenna. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So important. Yes, I'm so glad I got to spend time with you guys. I love you so much. I miss you very much when I don't see you. But you know that I'm always going to keep popping on here. I will find, like we said, those little moments where I feel human. And in those moments, I will share those moments with you guys. You're amazing. This energy is amazing. As I said, any of you who want to join the full moon ceremony tonight, we're going to be doing that at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is a live Zoom event. Just follow the directions for the moon ceremonies in the description box below. I love you. You're beautiful. We've got this. These changes that are coming, they're powerful. They may not be easy, but it will be worth it. All right. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, good. I'm so glad, Robin. I'm so glad. Oh, thank you, Wolf Mother. Thank you. Yes, from both of us. Oh, yes. All right, you guys. Take care. I'll see some of you later tonight. The rest of you I will see very soon. Very soon. I'm going to be taking it as easy as possible for these last few weeks. So hopefully I will have more time to get on here with you guys and connect. All right, you all take care. Goodbye, Al. Goodbye, Cookies Mama. Goodbye, Stacy, Eve, Tara. Goodbye, everybody. You are so incredibly loved. Bye. Bye, Evelyn. Bye, Pamela. I'll see you later tonight, Pamela. I sent you the link for the ceremony. I messaged it to you. Goodbye, Endure Ascension. Bye, guys. Much love.